All right, here we are, guys.
We're back.
We're back for episode 9.
Fucking
of the
episode
podcast.
9, man.
Of the Milk Bucket. We're getting
I
close to
no
episode
cap
10.
thought that this was going to fucking fizzle out at episode 1. So, props to us. Fucking round of applause for the lads for actually pulling through.
Dude, I'm so fucking keen. And we're one away from episode 10.
Yo, it's crazy. What should we do for episode 10, boys?
What do you guys think?
What's the celebration?
So, Jamo's thinking about doing something to do with drinking.
Yeah.
But obviously, we don't have cameras. So, would you guys be interested in watching a cam off drinking video?
And understanding that if we're getting belted on the pod, we're probably going to need a lot of fan interaction. So you guys call for Q&As and a bunch of segments so we don't have to think, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're just reactionary.
For sure. Let us know your thoughts on that because I'm super fucking keen.
Yeah, 100.
And another heads up, this podcast is going to be a little bit shorter because we got something to do. So this one's going to be around an hour and a half tops. And then we gotta jump off after that.
It's like, it's shorter. What is it going to be, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
No, there's still an hour and 30, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No,
because our ones were getting long. Our last one was an hour and 45.
Yeah, I think an hour 30 would be a good limit. Kind of keep things in a consumable manner. It was getting to the point where I couldn't listen to it in one setting. And I was like, it's my fucking podcast. So why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, on other news, Basil's on a register now.
The basketball competition.
Yeah, that came out. And Mills Park Boomers under 12 girls won by 1 vote. So sorry.
Oh my God. What the hell was that, boys?
Sorry, fighting calculators.
What was that?
I do hear police sirens, but we'll at least be able to keep them at bay for about an hour 30. So.
Dude, okay. To give context for any new viewers, if any come through, we did a basketball competition. I don't really watch many sports, so I don't have a team. So what we did is we said that everyone can vote for a team that can be my team, but it doesn't have to be an actual team. So people were putting Williamsburg's under 8s.
Mills Park won the division last time. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So then we put 4 through, and I think the 2 that won. So we did 2 versus 2, and then the winners fought against each other, and we voted them on Instagram. And the 2 ones were Mills Park Boomers under 12.
Yeah.
And the other one was the Maths and Science Calculators.
Fighting Science Academy Fighting Calculators.
Yeah. And now my favorite team
it ended up being 27 votes for Mills Park to 26 for the Calculators. So,
dude, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, how are they going so far? Have you been keeping up with the ladder?
Yeah, I have, bro.
Yeah.
Doing great, bro. Doing great.
That's good. That's good.
I can't really watch them because that's pedophilia, but...
Yeah, look, I mean, if anyone from Mills Park wants to send us a jersey, that would be fantastic.
Where is it in Victoria?
Who knows?
It sounds like something that's Aussie.
Yeah.
We should probably, I don't know. I wonder imagine if this thing ends up blowing up and then now I have to I need to actually go there and show my support to the Mills Park under 12.
I'm a fucking hold him to that. I will get people to ask him at pubs, who's your favorite fucking team? And he will legally have to say Mills Park under 12 girls. Boom. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be real. Anyway.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, it was a bit of fun. So maybe we'll bring it back. Maybe we'll see what football team you go for next or volleyball. I don't know. Maybe we'll stay away from pedophilia, you know what I mean? Just a little bit.
Bro, it wasn't your idea. Yet. It was all the viewers' idea.
Yeah.
This under 12 team.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's democracy,
That is democracy.
That's democracy. What do you want?
Yeah.
Anyway, I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Tom Smith. He helped us edit a TikTok this week.
Hell yeah, he did.
Massive fucking thumbs up to him. He killed it. So yeah, cheers for that, Tomo.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, beauty. Anyway.
Man, you know what I was thinking the other day?
What's that?
So I was doing work and I'm thinking, what's the difference between laziness and efficiency?
Ooh, I have thought about this before.
What is the difference? And I asked my housemate, Chris,
yeah,
who, by the way, would love to get on the podcast one day.
That'd be fantastic.
Just because he's a hilarious character.
Yes.
But his answer was, it's the outcome. So
explain.
Laziness and efficiency are the same thing. The difference is the outcome. So if you do something lazy and you end up with the same outcome than if you put the full work, suddenly it's efficient. But if you did, a way less, if you half-assed it and then the result was way less than, a tenth of the result than you expected to get, well, then you're lazy.
I understand the logic, but I would argue that a lot of times efficiency does cut out quality.
Yeah, but okay, the thing is, are you going to put half the time and get 80% of the result? Or are you going to put half the time and get 20% of the result?
Okay, but then what's the cutoff point? Because you said the same outcome.
As in more efficient. So you end up putting less. So proportionally, you get more out than the work you put in, Surely. Right. I mean, that's... But then where does the line get drawn?
Yeah, also, what about business? What if you apply this to eating? You train your dog to fucking fetch you a beer.
Yeah.
You are statistically... mathematically being lazy.
Yeah, if you train your dog
to
get a beer, that's efficient, right?
Maybe not with the time spent teaching him, But like, it'll make a pretty good TikTok video. Trust me.
Bro, I would love to get a dog to teach me how to. I just want to get a dog. Full stop.
Yeah, it'd be so sick.
What breed would you get?
I like little dogs.
Really?
Yeah, because I grew up with like Shih Tzus and shit. So
was your dog a Shih Tzu?
Yeah.
So could you teach it anything?
No,
because they're on like the lowest percentile for fucking intelligence, aren't they?
Oh, they look up, look at you, look back down. Like, you know, you throw a ball for them, they kind of look at you like, you're fucking stupid. Why'd you throw your ball over? So you're gonna have to go get that, fucking idiot. They actually might be on the highest percentile, but just very lazy. Do you know what I mean? Like cats. You know, when it's kind of just like these little motherfuckers just looking at you like, you fucking stupid human.
Are cats smart? I don't know.
I don't want them to be smart because I chose the dog side at a young age.
Yeah,
you know
same.
I mean?
Same.
Fuck that, bro.
Have you heard of a Malinois?
Yeah, the big ones, right?
They're not big, they're medium-sized.
Are they?
Yeah, but they're the dumb cousin of German Shepherds. So they look like they're the dumb cousin of German Shepherds but they're still smart, but they're not like the top 15th percentile like German Shepherds. I think they're like I don't know. They're kind of like, they're the next level down, right. But they're way more they're like a Labrador's personality that looks like a fucking German Shepherd.
So it's way more nice.
Yeah, way more nice and like, they're not cunts. But they're also aggressive, so you got to put a muzzle on them.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yo, fuck that.
But you can teach them to not be aggressive.
Sick one. Stop it, you.
No, but also, if I'm gonna
be mean.
I don't know, bro. I love they look so stupid, cute, bro.
Well, they obviously don't if you have to put a fucking muzzle on them, mate.
They're not going to attack me, though.
You don't even have to put a muzzle on fucking staffies or pit bulls in Sydney. What do you have to do with this?
You got to put them on greyhounds.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, because I don't think that they attack humans. I think they attack other dogs.
Probably. Yeah.
A bit too much. Yeah. And I think because greyhounds are so fucking fast, nothing can outrun them. Bro, that's the problem.
Okay, so what, like, I'm very against animal cruelty, right?
Yeah.
Very against it. I think it's horrible. I'll let you meet. You know,
I'm pro it.
Yeah? That makes sense. That matches your personality, I would say. But my question is, right?
Yeah.
At what point does that, like, go away? So, like, if you've got a little dog, right? And another dog tries to pick on your dog, I have no issue fucking running up and booting that bitch across the fucking pipe.
Kicking the dog. Well, okay.
Fuck that little cunt.
But is your dog like a little... Okay, what's your dog and what's the other dog?
Let's say the other dog's like...
I'm just imagining you drop kicking a fucking Shih Tzu.
Let's say it's like a Jack Russell and it's all fucking like hyper and it's like fucking trying to attack my Shih Tzu. Okay. I'll fucking punt that bitch like it's nothing, bro.
Dude,
I don't give a fuck. You're attacking my dog. It's like imagine
they're just playing. They're not trying to like.
Okay, bro. Okay, this is gonna be a spicy topic.
Yeah.
Potential edit point. Now, okay, guys, what's your opinion, right? You and your girl are walking down the street, right? And this like Eshay, for people who are not in Australia, they're like just scum people. Anyway,
wannabe gangbangers.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Anyway, so this Eshay chick, so this scummy chick tries to start a fight with your girl.
Over what?
Doesn't, who knows? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, she's just like let's not say crazy. She's with it, but she's just an aggressive person.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you see those videos of guys who just king hit random people. She's that, but in female form. In my opinion, if you're trying to attack my girl, you're a 6-foot bloke. Like, I don't give a fuck, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
so are you willing to Are you willing to attack her? Are you willing to give her a slap or what?
Attack is the wrong word. I would not like. Attack,
physically,
but it'd be like retaliation kind of thing. Like, if she tried to fucking swing fists at my girl, I'm not gonna have an issue punching her.
Okay, yeah.
Now, I wouldn't want to do that. I'd rather do like a push or like kind of separate thing. But I'm not gonna be that guy that like tries to separate his girl and this scummy bitch. Like, you know what I mean, bruv? Like, why do I give a fuck about this cunt?
Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I would ever get physical. I would just stand in the middle and just like walk away.
What if you're getting clapped up, bruv?
If she attacks me, it's a different question.
What if it's Manny Pacquiao's fucking daughter? She got hands, baby.
Bro, have you seen Muhammad Ali's interviews, bro? He's the most calm gentleman ever. Maybe because he has Parkinson, but also...
No,
bro, he's like, in interviews, bro, he's like the most calm
Last week, ever. I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick. I'm bad. You're right, fucking calm, bro.
I don't know. The interview
He's
I was
a great
watching
shit
today,
talker. He was fucking fantastic. It's not like you see.
This is in his afterwards. This is way after he retired.
Okay, yes, you are talking about Parkinson's.
Yeah.
Bad person.
It might have been because of Parkinson's.
Yeah,
but also because I don't know. It just sounded like he was more calm because he knew he was the fucking goat at that time.
Yeah. Okay. Look at Mike Tyson.
After he retired.
No, Mike
Even
Tyson
Mike
after his
Tyson.
tie was still fucking aggressive. Bro.
Dude, I saw an interview with Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali and who the other guy? Fucking another guy who was like one of the
Sugar Ray
gangs.
Leonard,
Yeah,
that's the
Sugar
one.
Ray. Yeah. And
Mike's always been like that. In his prime, he was like that.
what, calm?
No, like very
Composed?
respectful to Ali.
Yeah,
It's the one where he's like, you
he
know,
avenged him, didn't he?
all knees must bend, all heads must bow, something. This is the greatest of all time, or something like that, right?
There you go, man.
To Ali. Yeah, no, he's always been. Yeah, he fucking beat Larry Holmes. He fucking smacked.
Dude,
Bro, it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
You see that shit?
fuck
And
me.
like Ali comes up to him, or maybe either on the day or he calls him the night before, and he's like, "Go get him for me."
Yeah, and
Do you
then
know what I
in
mean?
the ring,
Bruv, he's
in
like
the
a
ring, he
fucking
said,
animal, bro.
destroy him.
Yeah, but like,
Destroy him.
bro, there were times when Mike Tyson, he had the fucking craziest like slings, because it's like he was renowned for fucking a lot of women, right?
Yeah.
But
I
like,
thought you were about to say fucking woman up. I'm like,
no,
oh,
that's
relax,
Floyd
Chris
Mayweather,
Brown.
bro. That's Floyd Mayweather. No, he was full like, I'll fuck you till you love me, and then the F word, not fuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Which is an interesting statement. I'll fuck you until you love me, and then call you the F word.
There you
You
go.
know what I'm saying? That's like, yikes, mate. That's, if you think about it, that's a real fucking intense like threat that man's
Yeah.
making right
I love
there.
how the F word is now changed.
Yeah.
Because it took me a second to realize what the F word was in that second.
Yeah,
sentence.
look, we ain't trying to be cancelled in our fucking ninth
Yeah,
episode,
true.
you know what I mean? So like,
True.
let's fucking, I don't know.
Far out, bro. But fuck it, I reckon medium-sized dogs, going back to the original. What do you think about dog racing? So in Australia, dog races are, firstly, Australians love to gamble. Per capita, we lose the most amount of money gambling, and we don't even have a gambling city.
I
Just
think we have
Australians
the
love
highest
to gamble.
amount of
Pokies.
pokies, which are poker machines,
Yeah.
outside of Vegas or something.
Yeah.
Like
and we
some
lose,
crazy shit.
Aussies lose the most amount of money through gambling than any other country.
Which is, it's funny that you say that, because like I'm not someone who, like, I fucking rarely do that shit.
Yeah.
But like I know so many people who, like, it's just something they do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like every weekend they go to the pubs and they go on pokies.
Yeah. And I think I read somewhere, probably from my sister, 'cause she has a greyhound, and all the dog races are all via greyhounds. And they're like, every single time they do one of those greyhound races, it's a 50% chance that one of those dogs will die on that race.
Really?
Yeah, out of the 12 dogs that are there, every single 2 races, one of them will die.
Why?
It's just a really, really vicious sport. And then that made me think, like, there's a million
Wait,
ways
die
to bet.
meaning like the human will put them down, or from
Oh
the
no,
actual
I
race?
think they'll be injured enough that they will be retired, and then they'll have to
down.
and then they'll get put down.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, so I'm
I
like,
don't like that.
what's the point of this? There's a million racing games that you can bet on that don't require dogs to die. And outside of racing games, there's a million other ways to bet. Like, why do you need to have this one that kills dogs?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't know. I don't even really like horse racing, to be honest with you, because of like similar reasons, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
It's
Australia is huge for horse racing as well.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Especially Sydney, where we live. Like, they have the
Yeah.
Royal Randwick.
It's funny that you say Sydney when the Melbourne Cup is like the biggest race in Australia.
Is it?
Yeah, of course it is.
And there you go.
What do you mean?
So we have the Randwick races.
Yeah, they've got the biggest race and the
Yeah,
Derby,
true.
which is also the second biggest.
I had no, and we're also big on F1, aren't we? And tennis,
Yeah.
bro. I feel like Australia pulls their fucking weight, except
Yeah.
for even in cricket.
No, we're fucking good. I mean, I don't know internationally, but like if you got every country to play cricket, like an Olympic style thing, we'd do very well.
The thing is, in the IPL, Australia doesn't do that well. Like, we win sometimes, but when you look at it, it's really unfair because you have maybe, I don't know how many people are in a cricket team. I don't know, maybe 20, 50, whatever. When you're trying to get 50 people out of a population of 25 million, out of a I know, I'm just trying to say 50 because maybe like reserves and whatever.
Yeah, sure.
Say, if you're trying to get 50 people out of a population of 25 million, where the opportunity cost for being really good at cricket is that you could have done a million other things and made a lot of money with them, versus having the same 50 people with a population of 1.3 billion, where the opportunity cost of doing something else isn't that high.
No, but it's not even just that. It's like soccer in a South American country. Like cricket is like the sport in India.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not,
Like, it's such, like, we are such disadvantaged by the fact that they've got 50, 60 times of our population.
What do you mean the IPL though? Isn't the IPL Indian teams? I don't think that's
It's Indian Premier. I thought, isn't it across the Commonwealth?
Yeah, but is it country versus country? I thought it was teams, and like Australians would get bought out to go play in the IPL, just like in the English Premier League,
Maybe.
like football.
Maybe. I'm not too good at any sport. So
As we
Yeah.
found out, yo,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can get you. Oh, dude,
should we do it?
That's it.
What?
Hey yo, leave us down below what Basil's cricket team is.
Cricket team. All right. Does anyone know? If anyone knows any big cricket teams or embarrassing ones, feel free to include them. But dude, that's an embarrassing question, because whenever you meet someone who's from like the India subcontinent, like Pakistan, Bangladesh, the first question they ask is,
"Oh, racist, bro."
What?
The India continent.
Subcontinent. They're all like, the first question they ask is, "What? Do you watch cricket, by the way?" And then when you say no, they're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
My biggest passion is not in common.
Yeah. I don't even know what we're fucking talking about. I agree with you though. I think gambling on things that are bad, like killing dogs and shit, is bad. That's not good.
I think it's fine if it's the only way.
What do you mean?
As in, like, for example, if you want to have a steak, at the moment, the only way to do that is to fucking go through the dairy industry or the meat industry.
Yo, but imagine if, like, when they make this synthetic meat, it just doesn't taste as good, and then you don't really have the option.
Yeah, no, that's a reason. Tasting shit is a reason to not eat it.
That's so funny.
Firstly,
no, like, let's say it doesn't taste shit. It's like fucking bad texture or something like that, and you're like, yeah, but
I'm a texture man. You know me.
I would feel the feeling of a dead animal in my mouth.
Okay, but what if? See, the thing is, I have no problem. Like, so the meat industry has its issues. Everyone knows it. Neither me or James. I was about to say his last name, but you know,
please don't.
Yeah, I was about to say. So either me or James, we're pretty big meat eaters. I don't say we're huge like carnivores, but like we do like our meat. And I don't think there's any problem with going to I think even vegans will admit there's no problem going to a farm, watching a cow get, killed without suffering, having that. I think they're more okay with that.
You're talking about that one halal video now.
Yeah. That halal video where they're like slowly just cut and the lamb like wants to die.
That's the funniest thing in the world. Baz is full like, no, bro, you got to understand the way halal works. It's like, really, it's really ethical and stuff. Gentle. And then he shows me this video and it's like, see, this is what they do every time. And there's this dude with this lamb and he's literally whispering sweet nothings. Like he's trying to get the lamb wet or something. He's like, touching its face, slowly caressing it like, and you're beautiful and you're an elegant lamb, you know what I mean, you're going to grow up to do like great things, and then he just fucking stabs it in the neck and he's like,
no, he like, gently slits on the neck.
Bruv, this is a 15-minute video, you think they're doing that for every lamb? How come there's fresh lamb chops every day at fucking Woolworths, mate? What are you talking about?
I don't know, but so if the animal dies at peace, like you can tell it's not suffering, I'm sure that's okay. So there's going to be a way. I think that even when there is meat and they find a way to make it way more affordable than actual meat, it'll become a luxury to be able to go out to a butcher. I think butchers will come back. You'll be able to go to a butcher and you'll get some like really ethically sourced.
Yeah, but what do you mean
good
ethically
meat?
Sourced?
Because I think that also, so
killing an animal isn't ethically though. Like that, there's
a way to do it.
Meat, but like there's not a way to do it for that a vegan will be happy. It's still the same. I think
you can make them happy. I think their issue isn't with the fact that animals. Okay, the issue is animals are dying. One,
yes, obviously.
But there's many ways to kill an animal, and I think their issue is like the way that it happens so like corporately, where cows are just like, it's so efficient that like cows are just getting fucking clubbered by the head and like drugged and this and that.
No, they're probably not happy about that, but I think their key point is that fucking animals are dying, right?
Yeah, but animals die,
Right, tastes good. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, I wanted to ask you something, right?
Yeah,
because like especially speaking on your cultural side, I had a question, right?
Yeah. Did you say on my cultural side?
Cultural side, yes. It will.
What
relate.
culture? Okay, yeah.
It will relate to your culture.
Yeah, cool.
So my question is it more or less racist to pronounce a word the way you would pronounce it in your language, or the way it's pronounced in a different language? So for instance, a thing might be like Muhammad, and then Muhammad. Do you know what I mean? Like
I would say
flowing the thing.
I would say always pronounce it the way it should be pronounced.
Okay, but if I'm like, anyway, so I was down the pub and I had a few pints, and anyway, Muhammad, like, do you know what I mean? Is that fine?
No, I think that's
fine. Is that like drawing your attention? Like, when you hear people say like,
okay, I think what makes it racist is if you do the accent that they have.
No, that's what I'm saying.
So if you say if you go, I want some ramen noodles, like that's racist. That's racist. But if you go, I want some ramen, that's fine.
What do you mean? I want some ramen?
Yeah, if you do like the samurai chop with your hand, you go, I want some ramen noodles.
Sushi.
Yeah, some sushi and wasabi.
All right, we gotta chill. Stop Asian hate, bro. Come on.
But I mean that's racist. But if you say I want some hummus, you say it like with a nice, strong ha.
But how can you not, like, how does accent not play a part of that?
No, you just say the word the way it's meant to be pronounced.
Okay, here's an example. There's a fighter called Jorge Masvidal, right?
Yeah.
He's I think he's Cuban, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway,
You wouldn't call him Jorgie.
no, people call him George.
Fucking that's
All
more
the way,
racist.
all the way in America. And like, I think their thing is like, oh yeah, but we're just showing that like we're not treating him different. It's like, bro, you're not saying his fucking name, cunt. What are you talking about?
No, I would definitely pronounce like as long as they say it. Like if they say, okay, you can call me George, that's obviously fine. If he says I prefer George, then I would say it's actually racist to call him Jorge. Oh, how do you say it?
Like people, there's a guy called Jose Aldo, who's another UFC guy.
You wouldn't
People
call him
Jose. I'm like, bro, do you know what's stupid about, bro? Look, Americans, you know, you've done a lot of good things. I'll think of one in a second. But no, I'm fucking with you. You know, it's the bad. You get these jokes. Anyway, these Americans fucking calling him Jose Aldo because like, oh, but that's how we pronounce it. Oh my god. There's a city called San Jose in America. You fucking idiots. It's in your language. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, dude.
Bro,
yeah, nah. What are your thoughts?
I don't know because like I like I don't know. I'd rather get something right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if someone tells me how to say their name, I would rather say it how they want it to.
Yeah.
Rather than just like saying, yeah, that's close enough.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't know if you say that, like, you say it with an accent.
It's really easy to be fucking pulled for the cultural appropriation thing.
Yeah.
It's super easy. Because if I go to a taco shop, I'm not going to be like, can I please have a taco? I'll be like, I want a taco. That's the racist.
I want a taco.
My name is Jeff. I want a taco.
Why are you saying an Italian accent, bro?
So if you go to a fucking Italian restaurant...
you mix it up. You say it with like different accents. You know what I mean? You go into a Nigerian accent and you said, well, good sir, could I have some jollof rice, please?
Okay. I think that the racist part is when you do the whole accent. Like, you don't want to go to a fucking Italian restaurant and be like, mamma mia, I want to get a pizzeria.
That's so aggressive.
Jesus. I think that's an issue. But if you just... if you say, I want a margarita.
That's bad, dude. I don't like
That's
that.
not bad.
I don't like that, bro. I don't like that at all. Jeez, bro. Like...
Oh, man. Yeah. What do you guys think? Actually, yeah. I want to hear from you guys. Do you guys think... would you rather... Whatever your culture is, would you rather people say it the way it's meant to be said?
Yeah.
Or would you rather them... just butcher it?
I can't believe we're getting cancelled before our 10th episode. That's a bit of a rip.
I don't think that's cancelable. I don't think that's that bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I think some of the accents were a bit far. Anyway, do you know what's something stupid that I found out this week and it made me think about, right? So, you know when you discover something new and you love it?
I always like to discover new things.
You know, you feel kind of like proud of yourself. You discover something.
You mean food or like a technique or
anything? Okay, so like it could be like a new artist, it could be a new restaurant or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever discovered something and then found out that everyone already knew about it?
Oh, do you know what I mean? Like, man, yeah, I have.
You're just,
and then now you're the loser.
Yeah, it's like you all that pride from being the guy that fucking discovered this has all gone now. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so. This is going to be such a laugh thing for the UK fans.
Go on.
Because I only just discovered a rapper called AJ Tracy.
Don't know who he is.
Yeah, so he's essentially one of the biggest rappers in the UK.
Jesus, really?
Like, under Stormzy.
Damn.
You know, I think it's like 6 million listens a month or something on Spotify.
Sheesh.
But I only just heard one of his songs, and then I was fucking like binging all this shit for like the last week. And I'm fucking digging it so much, right? But I'm just like...
Is it grime?
I don't know if it's grime or if it's... I don't know the difference between grime and drill.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's not Stormzy.
Yeah.
But maybe
by the way, sorry to the guy that hates me to saying sheesh. I got 24 minutes without saying it.
Sheesh! That was me, by the way.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'll have to check out that person.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like, imagine if you didn't have friends when you were fucking like in high school, I don't know.
Yeah.
And you jerk off for the first time accidentally, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, holy shit, I did this. You know what I mean? Like I found something crazy, and you're doing it every night, kind of thing. You're so excited, and then you talk to some guy. You're like, yeah, yo, you want to fucking secret? He's like, yeah, sure. He's like, what? It's like, yo, when you grab your dick, move up and down a few times, pop goes the weasel, and he's like. Yeah, it's called wanking, you fucking dork.
Dude, I remember when I was in year 10, this fucking kid.
Yeah, I know about Nobu, you fucking loser.
We explained this kid about how to wank. He thought you have to
Yo,
do
you
it.
got a gay fucking
He
school,
thought
bro.
you had to do it with 3 fingers, bro. He put his thumb on the one side and his 2 fucking fingers in the other, and then he would do like micro movements. And he'd been doing that since year 7.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Might that be due to the length of one's penis?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
I mean,
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
is that not possible that he's thinking he's giving it a full fucking stroke, but it's not a full stroke? Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man, I just remember he told us that, and we were all like looking at each other like, "What are you fucking? Are you like an alien? What's going on?" 3-finger jerk maneuver.
and you were
What
just
is
full like,
this?
yeah, you get like 2 hands, and you know you get like a girl to grab it, and he's like 2 hands. How does that work? What do you mean?
Oh man.
So he's like, what? So I grow 3 dicks. All right. So what happens then? Fucking hell, gun.
Dude, another term that I heard today
Yeah.
being referenced. So, what's the latest generation? Is that Gen Z?
I've heard people call us, or not us, but called them the Zoomers.
That is exactly what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
What is that fucking term, and why do I hate it so much?
Bro, I think it only came about last year in coronavirus.
Well, obviously, because it's like the Zoom calls.
Yeah.
But why are people calling you Zoomers, bro? Well, are we fucking smartphoners? Are the people before them the fucking big fat box
So
TVers?
stupid.
What's before that? Oh yeah, we're the polioers. You just call people by the fucking shit they use.
I mean, to be fair, the baby boomers,
Yeah, no, but
that generation was
well,
called
they
it
should have
because
been-
their parents been fucking.
yeah, they should be called the HIVers.
No, that's more our parents because Gen X, bro. 70s was when HIV popped off.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, B.
Ah, okay.
Gay dudes
Are
were
our
fucking
parents
having
are our
fun.
parents baby boomers or our grandparents baby boomers?
No, our grandparents were. It's like right after the war.
Oh,
Depends how old your parents are, but yeah.
my grandparents are just before World War II. It's like 40s.
Damn. Wait, still alive?
No, none of them. Oh, just my mum's side are alive, actually, yeah. And yeah. I think my grandpa actually just was born right after World War One, actually. Because he's in his
Jeez.
90s. He's in his 90s.
Bro, imagine living through the Depression and then hearing complaints like nowadays.
Bro, he was in his mid-20s when World War II started.
Wait, did he go?
Mid-20s. I think so. No, so my grandpa from my dad's side definitely did go.
Right.
He was in the Gallipoli fight on the Turkish side.
Bro, that's World War One.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's my great-grandpa then.
You're bragging about being the enemy, bro.
Yeah. But
You fucking bitch-ass motherfucker.
Firstly, we know that there is no...
Can we not first admit that you guys were cheating a little bit? Like,
What do you
you're up
mean?
on a fucking beach, you know what I mean? Like, we have to run up sand. Have you ever run up sand, Bas?
Yeah, bro, fucking
That's
running
really
on sand
fucking
sucks.
difficult, bro.
But I think firstly, we're at the age now where we know that there is no good side and bad side of
no,
fights.
bro, you were on the bad side.
There's no good side and bad side of fights, all right? So whatever side
so
you're
what-
on
what side was
feels like
Hitler
the
on?
good side. Huh?
What side was Hitler on? Was it not the bad side?
Oh, you checkmated me there. You've done
Fucking checkmate.
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah. But for most wars, there's no good side and bad side. It's just two sides, different perspectives on the same thing.
Yeah, maybe you... No, I'm not going to say that.
Yeah.
I was going to go a little bit too far.
Oh. I kind of want to hear it now.
No, it's
not gonna come out?
It's so funny how like normally we just like talk such shit, and then the second you put a mic in front of you, you're like, oh, this does go out to people.
Yeah. Oh man, I think it's time for us to do a segment now because we also started thinking about the fact that we're not going to do. We used to do 2 segments, so we used to do a Q&A and then another question. But now I think we're just going to limit it to just the unique question of the week, and this one I think is relationship advice.
Yeah, we're gonna save it up for when we do a drunk one. Just because like the idea is with a drunk one we don't have to think, you know. So like if you guys can provide us the stimulus, it'll make it a bit easier. But
Exactly. So right now we're on 650 subs and the 9th episode. So we think we're either going to do it for our 1,000 subs or our 10th episode, which is next episode.
yeah, so we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys let us know if you want us to do that. We've got relationship advice this week.
Sweet.
Okay. Elliot B. He gave
Yeah.
us advice, not asked us questions. He
Okay.
said, never stick your dick in crazy. I would disagree.
I disagree,
I
man.
think crazy is the
What?
best sex.
Yeah.
Don't.
Don't wife up crazy though.
Oh, no, of course not. What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I'm Aaron has another banger.
Oh, hey, Alan.
Just, for all the avid listeners, he's the one who gave us Nicki Minaj versus Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande won in a landslide. Anyway, his question is, how do I help my friend that is obviously attracted to ladyboys and won't come out of the closet?
Okay, so
How-
firstly,
what do you think, Baz?
Firstly,
What
good
do you
question,
think?
Aaron. Good question. So I think that I have
Because
I would say I have
pretty gay, right?
well, I mean, it's arguable. It's arguable
Is it?
because the reason why.
What
Now,
if you've seen the things that they're saying is hot?
No, the thing
they're
is,
not hot?
I've watched a bit of ladyboy porn. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest there, and I'm impartial here because obviously I'm not this friend in question, so like I'm impartial here. So my unbiased opinion is that at the end of the day, if you're watching if you're if you're looking at them, if you're looking at them like they're a girl with a dick, well then that's not gay. But if you're looking at them as a guy with tits, then it is gay. So it all depends on the mindset.
Bro, you're so-
What do you? I mean, I don't think.
But at the end of the day, it is a guy who got tits, isn't it?
Okay, well, but what you were born as doesn't define you.
Okay, but the sex
it's
is
like
male,
Obama
right?
was born in the hood. Fucking, that's why he's so good at basketball. And then now he's a.
Oh, was he born in the hood, or are we just putting that? In?
I have no idea.
Relax, bro. Stop that.
No, but still, but he wasn't raised up rich, I think. But just because
Right.
you were raised up a certain way doesn't mean you have to be that way in your 30s and 40s.
Right, but
as
their
you can be,
chromosomes would be male, wouldn't it?
yeah, you can be born a man, but then
So what do you think? Is it gay to fuck something that has male chromosomes?
No. It's not about the male chromosome. It's not about the DNA. Because I'm not attracted to DNA. I'm attracted to
But
a
so
girl.
what if you're fucking this woman
Look, I'm not
and
too
also
strong on
jerking off the front at the same time? Is that gay?
I think the main thing is that this is the main thing.
Wait, is
that
it gay
when
if her girl dick shoots you in the face?
dude? Okay, okay, you're giving me very specific circumstances.
No, I know.
here.
I'm just I'm
But
curious.
The thing is, as a guy, or for myself, for example, I'm attracted to a hot girl, right?
Right.
You don't need to fucking see her vag to think she's a hot girl, which is
But
why
what if
you have the
see her
traps.
hard erection?
yeah. If you see a hard erection, obviously that's a different thing.
Is it?
It's a different thing.
Is it?
It's a different thing. That's all I'm trying to say. Next question.
Okay. Okay. Enzo, Rosha Enzo.
Hey,
B,
Enzo.
He asked how to start a conversation with a chick.
Good question, man. So I would say, like, I think this depends on the context and also depends on what you want from them. So if you know them from school and you're seeing them at school every day and like, oh, how do I message them and start a conversation? I would actually say it's probably better not to have too many conversations with her after school. And what I would try to do is talk to her actually in person, because you're going to be able to make a lot better like moves in person, ask her out in person, and then try to get it outside of a school context.
I would say if you're nervous, having small interaction online can help because it can break the ice, especially if you're not sure if she even
but not too much.
Yeah, what I mean
Because
is
then
more
you'll
like
have nothing to talk
if
about
she
in person.
knows who you are. Because like a lot of times I feel like as guys, especially when you're like quiet and stuff, like in the kind of the early years in high school, you might think, oh, she doesn't even know I exist. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like in that situation, if you started off so you know that she knows who you are, and you can kind of like suss out if she seems like she's very not keen.
Yeah.
I don't like, especially if you're at the point where, because obviously we're at the point where we're old enough where we've been rejected a million times.
Yeah.
We've also had some successes.
Yeah.
So if we get rejected, it doesn't like weigh on us.
Exactly.
But when you're young, that shit can fucking like affect you.
Yeah, because it could be like your first rejection.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, look, you guys just got to understand, you'll be rejected and you'll also get some wins.
Yeah.
And it's just part of the game.
And the more you avoid rejection, the less success you're going to get.
Yeah,
naturally.
Get to a point where you can laugh at yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you'll talk to a girl, she'll swerve you, and you'll just be like, that's fucking hilarious. I can't believe that happened. Imagine it's a mate that it happened to, and you're just fucking giggling at the situation.
Yeah.
And once you can get to that point, you won't have such a fragile ego that, like, someone says something bad, and then your day's ruined. You know what I mean?
Actually, I've got a question here.
Hit us.
And this is kind of related to the one that we had before. And
Lady boys.
So we have, no. The you know what I mean. Anyway, what advice would you give to someone who's like 12 or 13 years old, or maybe 14, 15? What advice would you give to someone in the 13 to 17 year old age bracket?
Play sport, make friends. Don't think that your world is the world. Because I think a lot of times when you're young, you don't realize that there's this whole, like, you're still trapped in that, like, I'm the protagonist of my own story mentality, where it's like, bro, the world doesn't give a fuck about you.
Yeah.
The reality is, you make of it what you can, and when you're young and, like, maybe you get home, play video games or whatever, because you can't, like, go out all the time, a lot of times I feel like you get trapped in your own world. And just understand, when you fucking, like, graduate and shit, it's a whole different landscape out there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I don't know. I just don't get too caught up in what is now and terrified of what is to come, because the future is exciting.
I think my 2 pieces of advice would be, 1, remember that life is a marathon, and we're not that old. We're 23 years old.
Fucking feel old, cunt.
Life is a long marathon. So just because you're not ahead right now, or just because you are ahead right now, doesn't mean you're still going to be ahead in 2 or 3 years or 5 years. So a lot of the high achievers in high school ended up, going off the rails by year 10, year 11. And then now they're doing they're not doing anything. Like if you talk to them 5-10 years earlier, you would be completely surprised by who they are. So remember, even if you're not ahead right now, you have lots of time to pick things up. Even after high school, even during, college, or if you want to go to trade school, something like that, there's so much time. And the second point of advice would be, I would say, try to live a life where just try to maximize the amount of fun things. That you will. Yeah, are you singing the Avicii song?
Fucking hell,
yeah. Try to live like a regret minimization type of life. So think about what can I do now that will lead to funny stories when I'm older? Yeah. And that you not asking out a girl is not going to lead to a funny story.
You getting rejected will lead to a funny story.
So you getting rejected will lead to a funny story, 1, and you getting success will lead to you fucking having a girlfriend, which is another funny, which will have a copious amount of funny stories. But you just sitting at home, doing nothing, trying to avoid it, that's going to lead to nothing.
Yeah,
that's the worst outcome.
Don't let your ego affect you so much where at any loss or any time something doesn't go directly your way, you get super affected by it, because it'll take over your life. When you exactly when you don't give a fuck, when you laugh at your losses, it makes your wins sweeter, and it makes the losses way less fucking harmful, bro.
I agree.
Okay, Life Feast says, "What's your opinion on secret relationships?"
Okay,
so to give context, we mean relationships. Which you and the girl are let's not tell our friends, let's not tell our family. It's just a secret.
So I said, okay, I'm going to give some caveats here. So if you're living with your parents, which I think a lot of the viewers will be living with their parents, and your parents are I do not allow you to have a non-Christian girlfriend or whatever, or just not even allowed to have a girlfriend altogether, so you have to hide it. Well, then that's one thing. But if you're just embarrassed by it, or if you're not proud of them, well, that's a whole other issue. So if you're not proud of your girlfriend, then I think that's actually a bit selfish, because the girl will start to feel that, and it's unfair to her that she's with a guy that isn't proud of her. But it's very contextual. I think that's my answer. It's
also it's also if it's secret from your parents, because I'm kind of I don't want to just tell everyone everything straight away, especially family. It's no, you'll find out when you find out. But if it's secret with your mates, that's when it's all right, what's going on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Secret with your mates is a question mark.
Yeah, because it's with your parents, you understand that there's there is certain limitations they might try and put on you, or do you know what I mean? I don't know.
And you're born with your family, but you pick your mates.
Yeah.
And mates will change. You'll lose mates, you'll gain new mates. So if you're not telling your mates your closest secrets, then who are you telling them?
And it's also if you're not telling them, why?
Exactly.
What reason? If it's your parents, it's they might try and once they start thinking that sex is coming into your life, maybe they're going to try and limit you because they're afraid of the consequences. You know what I'm saying?
Or they'll kick you out even. So
yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of bad.
Whereas with your mates, it's unless you hang out with some,
they should be there to support you.
Yeah, exactly. But to be fair, I think it would be pretty hot in the first couple weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
When you're just sneaking around. And
absolutely.
All right, bet. Okay, Chris Becker has 2 questions. I think they're actually both relatively quick.
Oh, hey Chris, we played your brother's music the other episode.
Yeah, it's banger.
Yeah, good song.
Shout out to Pro Profit. Okay, thoughts on long distance is the first one.
Yep.
I think fuck that shit, bro.
I think if you're under the age of 25, or it's not about age, it's about whether if you see them as a wife, then go for it. But if you don't, it fucking there's very little to no point of doing it in a relationship where you don't see yourself marrying them.
Also, it's how much money you got? At a drop of a dime, can you go see them? Because if that's the case, if you're just if you and her are mad successful fucking businessmen / businesswoman kind of thing, and you're just I'm in Paris one week, you're in fucking
London,
New York, London,
Brussels,
Do you know what I'm saying? If it's in that kind of thing and you want to be able to meet up, that's cool because you can do it.
Yeah.
But if you're just oh no, they live in Singapore and I live in Australia and we've seen each other one time and it's just texting, it's bro, you've got a pen pal, you don't have a fucking girlfriend.
Yeah, I totally agree. But the one thing I will say is that when you do see each other again after not seeing each other for a month or 2, it's such a good feeling. It almost becomes worth the 2 months of fucking isolation.
No, but I can imagine if it's 2 months with an ending, that's fine. Because it's you might have a job which you have to go do. And it's sorry, it's can you really ask someone unselfishly to pack up their entire life?
No, as in if you're studying in Sydney and they're studying in Perth. which is like 3 hours away or 6 hours away.
Yeah, okay, but like if you're not seeing them for 2 months, that's very different to, oh, they just live in Perth and I live in Sydney. If there's a plan for you guys to reunite, it's like, I can understand that.
Yeah, but after uni in 3 years.
Oh, nah, fuck that, bro.
Yeah. So I think if you see them as a wife, then 100% go for it and try to make it work. But if you don't like, and you find this out really quickly, I think you'll know pretty early on, is this a long-term thing or is this just like a fun thing?
People are stupid. That's the thing. Love makes you blind. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, also, the thing is, why, if this is a wife, then it'll still be good in 3 years. Like, why are you limiting yourself?
Because you don't want her to get railed by other dudes.
So you don't want to get railed either? Bro, stop being insecure. People have pasts.
It's not about that, but it's like, but this is not the past, this is the present.
Yeah, what do you mean?
As in, like, right now, you really, really like her. You see her as like the girl you want to marry. You're not going to be like, okay, let's just break up.
She's gone for 3 years. Yes, I am.
I think it just comes down to whether you see them as a wife or whether you see them as just a girlfriend.
Yeah, but think about it. It doesn't matter if it's a wife.
Because I definitely wouldn't do long distance.
Yeah, but that's my point.
Yeah. So I am with you here.
If it was a wife, are you actually not going to smash any other chick for fucking 3 years?
Well, I mean,
that's such a long time to
I don't know if
off,
I've felt that feeling where you like, I want you to be my wife. So that's why I haven't felt that need to not want to sleep with anyone else while you're overseas for so long.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I don't know. That's a long time. Anyway, it just depends. And the last thing was, do nice guys finish last?
It depends.
Yeah, like you're probably right that like a nice guy will make a girl come first and then finish last.
Mm-hmm.
No. I don't know. It depends. It depends what the girl wants. The thing is, what is a nice guy? Like,
yeah, what is a nice guy? Because
if you're there for her emotionally and shit like that, but you also take the piss, are you a mean guy? Not really.
So I think the nice guy thing, because I hear a lot of girls being like, I don't like nice guys, but then when you hear about it, it's not actually nice people. It's people that it's people that act nice and then are extremely expecting. Like they expect to have, I don't know, to have their dick sucked because they fucking took them out to a date.
See, I can imagine that would be bad, but I don't even think about it like that. I think it's like nice is the only thing they offer. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So you hear these guys saying like, yeah, like, I was being so nice to her. Like I took her out, I did all this kind of stuff. But it's like, bro, but you got no humor or you got no like personality. So why is she going to fucking go for you?
Yeah. I do think
you can be nice to her. You can fucking take her out. You can like have fun and shit like that. You don't have to be a cunt. But like the reality is, if you got no banter, if you can't make jokes, if you can't like, I don't know, if you're mad insecure and you can't handle her doing this and she's weighing up the pros and cons of you being in a fucking relationship with her and she's like, a lot more fucking cons than pros.
Yeah.
She's not going to be with you.
Yeah, I know. I totally agree. I think as long as, and also you got to make a move. You just got to have the balls to make a move, which means that if you're kissing, you have to, get handsy and be able to tell from the signs if she's into it or not.
Yeah.
And escalate, Because like my housemate, the girl one, she was telling me she's been on dates where she was super down to smash, but then the guy was just not making any moves. So, if you're not making any moves and you're being the perfect gentleman, she might be keen, but you just need to be able to read and make moves and, escalate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. You got to do it, obviously, like, especially in this culture when you find out all these girls come out and they find out, like, I was not keen on it. Make sure she's keen on it.
Read social cues, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't just fucking assume, please.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy who's
Make slow moves. Yeah, make slow moves. Like, going from kiss to touching her thigh. Not a fucking large move. But, make those slow moves and then read. If she says no, then fucking circle back in a few hours.
Then we got we got one good question at the end, and then we got a few ones which I'll just quickly read out, which aren't really questions.
Okay.
One guy says, don't get in one, trust me, I'm broken.
Aww.
Sorry,
I would,
Dario Lehmans.
What would be your biggest advice for going through a breakup?
Go to gym.
Yeah, definitely go to the gym. And I think also find something to do to fill up the time. Because you're like, you'll be speaking to her, like hanging out with her 3 times a week. So as soon as you're off, suddenly you have someone that you're not talking to about everything in your life. And 2, a lot more free time in your hands, which you're going to be spending thinking about her. I
would also say don't give in to like messaging. Because the more you message, like you have to understand your breakup might have been 2 weeks ago, but the healing process doesn't start until you stop messaging.
Yep.
Like if you keep talking to her, and then 6 months later, you're still wondering why you still miss her, but you talk to her every weekend. It's like, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally agree.
I don't know. Agree. Yeah, you need fucking time to heal. It's Ash E says, if they don't let you smash, it's not worth it. And while it sounds misogynistic, it's like, yeah, what kind of
it's a friendship.
He might be
it's a friendship.
I don't know
that's
if
all
he's
it is. Huh?
I don't know if he's a child though.
Oh, okay. But
Child's
if
just
you're
somewhere.
over,
I don't know. Yeah, if you're
over the age of 18 and you're in a relationship, a sexless relationship,
yeah, there's no
I
problem.
would say you're just a friend. You're a friend
Yeah.
that also that sometimes kisses.
While we should say again, we're not trying to be simps. It's just like in the culture. You know what I mean? Don't be like that guy that fucking forces a girl to do it. If she doesn't want to do it, just don't date her. Simple.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be the guy that like has the reputation of fucking being mad rapey with girls by like
No. I think it's
pressuring them
totally
in.
like if you get with a girl who's really religious and she's just like, my boundaries is that, you know, I'm happy to be in a relationship, but I can't have sex. So then you can be like, okay, well, look, that's a boundary for me too.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very, very healthy.
Like,
to be
look, here's the thing. I would say you're a bad person if you try and force someone into doing
Agree.
it, or even just excessively pressure.
Agree.
But at the same time, you're not a bad person if that's something you don't want. It's like, oh, I don't want to be in this fucking relationship, so I'm gone.
Yep.
Like, she might try and talk shit like, oh, he was just a pig. It's like, yeah, guess what, girl? This is something that's important.
Yeah.
Like, this is
You
very
have
important.
to be very clear about what you want, and she has to be very clear what she wants.
You literally hear about in all the TV shows, all the fucking horrible relationships. They're always like, when was the last time we had sex? Like, sex is important for a healthy relationship.
Very important. Yeah, very important.
All right, bet we got a few more short ones. Judge a shock out. David says, "I'm forever alone." No, you're not, David. You're not us.
Is it David G or David Meme?
Nah, different David.
Oh, okay.
Shout out David G.
Shout out David G, bro.
Yo,
Fucking legend.
T-Shan coming up with some fucking meh. He says,
Also, shout out Albert Wainwright
yeah,
and Mark.
yeah. Come on, shout them all out, right?
Yeah.
All the OG buckets, we love
You
you
guys are
baby.
legends.
T-Shan's talking madness right now, bro. He
Yeah,
says,
go on. T-Sean.
Pussy good, boobies meh. Bro, tits are fantastic. What are you talking
Wait, he said
about?
titties good?
No, pussy good.
Yeah. Titties meh.
Yeah.
Or
Bro, you're bugging, mate. Tits are fantastic.
yeah, I think all three are good, bro.
Yeah.
The third one
You
was
gotta
ass,
have
by
all
the way.
three. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. You gotta have all three. I don't like this fucking like.
I'm gonna even put it at 5 because you need to also like the waist matters and also the face matters. All 5 matter. It's like
trying to think
Exodia.
of it anymore. Yeah, but I would definitely say tits. What are the three again?
So
Tits,
3
pussy,
are
ass.
yeah. No, ass, pussy, tits.
I'm trying to think like in
Which
terms
one
of
matters
ranking
more?
them. Yeah, what's
I think
the
they're
tier
equal, bro.
list? No.
I think they're all equal.
No,
It's
come
the
on,
average.
come on.
You want someone that's well rounded. You don't want someone that's like, you know, overly assy, but then has no tits.
No, well that's horrible.
Or you don't want someone with
Which would you
huge
rather?
tits, but
Would you rather double D tits with a fucking like relatively flat ass or massive ass with no tits?
Okay, well I'd rather have both
No, you
proportional.
You're a sick one, dickhead. That wasn't the question. Right, man's fucking saying, "Oh yeah, well, you could get $1 million if you suck this dick." Well, I'd rather not suck the dick and just get the $1 million instead. That's not a question, bro. Come on.
Okay, I would probably pick the ass.
Really?
Yep.
I've thought about this more recently. I'd definitely go to tits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but flat ass just in jeans does not look good.
No, you're right, but no tits looks horrible. It does. bro.
It's not a good situation.
Scientifically
You're not in a
true.
good situation. Either way, it's like it's a bad
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah,
But I'd
you
go
want
for
that.
the
You
ass.
want that Colombian build where they got both.
Where you got
know what I'm
both.
saying?
Yeah, exactly. But they also got the crazy though.
I like it, bro. I like a Colombian.
Oh.
Yo, any Colombian listeners, fucking hit me up, bro.
Yeah.
All right. RQ Men Man says, "Don't be nice."
RQ man. Yep. Oh, well, I think
You can
that
be nice.
don't be overly nice.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
just be you. You know, if you're
Yeah.
a nice guy, be a nice guy. If you're not, don't.
Yeah, I agree.
And the last one, which is cat in the hat _ hat.
Okay.
How do I gain confidence?
Oh, I think you just got to get good at things.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to one, I think fake it till you make it, and then before you know it, you'll have made it. In inverted commas.
I agree with you. I think, you know, go out, talk to people, fucking, I don't know, maybe play a sport or something, do something where you can get good at it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Anyway, we're done with the relationship advice. Cheers for that, everyone.
Awesome.
So, to lead us off, we got a story.
Okay, cool.
We like it when people send in
Yeah,
like
funny stories.
a mission statement, and then we get an explanation. So last week, Thick Thighs,
Oh, fucking thick thighs, bro. I love
he
it.
told us that there was a kid who got out of their wheelchair. and
Oh, yeah.
and so he messaged us during the week, and he said, "Do you want to hear the full story?"
Yep.
Anyway, this is it. So halfway into year 6, a child in a wheelchair came to our school, and he was a bitch to everyone.
Yep.
One day he was being really mean, so I said something to him offensive, and he got so angry that he got up out of his wheelchair, grabbing my t-shirt, and lifted me up. I was so confused, and then the whole class looked at him. The teacher saw him and sent him to the principal's office,
the fuck?
and we never saw him again.
Dude, what the fuck? That's so crazy. He just fucking stood up,
Bro,
man strong.
halfway through. Yo, man, playing the long game with that shit, dude.
What?
Jesus.
So were his parents in on it?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I've got so many more questions.
Bro, I know.
That's such a funny story, thick thighs, bro. What
Picked
the
him
hell?
up. What the fuck?
Man was strong. Man's fucking joking some Arnold Schwarzenegger shit.
Maybe he'd just done a really hard leg day and he just couldn't be bothered walking, you know what I mean?
And just fucking
He
played
just
it up.
squats and he's like, nah, B, can't be doing that shit. You know, what do you want from me?
Dude, dedication to the guy, though.
Yeah, respect, man.
Far out. That's fucking crazy, man.
Yo, did you hear about the news with fucking Conor McGregor?
No, what happened?
He sold a majority stake in Proper 12 whiskey, his whiskey brand, for 600 M's.
What?
$600 million.
And how much of it did he own? The whole thing?
I don't know. Probably not.
But his stake was sold for 600 mils?
Yeah, the majority stake, yeah.
What?
600 M's, bro.
I didn't know they had that much revenue.
Bro, yeah, neither did I. I guess maybe, I think it was just like a lot of people bought it to say they had Conor McGregor's whiskey.
Apparently it was terrible.
I know, a lot of people say
shit.
that, but like also, what is a nice tasting whiskey? I'm going to call cat when people talk about like when people talk about nice tasting, I've had Patron and I've had Jose Cuervo. Patron's not that much better than Jose Cuervo, I'm sorry to tell you. It's tequila.
I think, I can't remember between Jose and Patron, but I don't know if you've had the 1971 or Don Julio. They're fucking incredible.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, Baz?
What do you mean?
Does it not taste like tequila when you drink it?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Cat.
It just tastes like it tastes like
nonsense.
It tastes like
Doesn't
it's just
taste like water.
a sweet. Have you tried agave nectar before?
No.
So do you know how tequila's made?
No.
It's made by the
There's
agave
a worm
plant.
that they put in there and it starts making it.
No, it's the agave plant, and then they process the leaves and it turns it into tequila. But a different process can turn it like into syrup.
Right.
So it's supposed to have this natural sweetness to it, but it's not distilled and like it's like maple syrup, how it's boiled massively. So it's not fully boiled. So it's it keeps that sweetness. And Don Julio, it's the most smooth thing you'll ever taste.
I know you say that.
Crazy.
But if you put it in your mouth, it would taste like alcohol.
In
You're
a different
acting
way.
like it tastes like fucking orange juice.
No, it doesn't. It's a completely different flavor profile.
I know. You're acting like it's as smooth as drinking an orange juice.
It's very smooth. I
Yeah,
can't
for
remember if it
alcohol,
was that
I
smooth.
understand. You were probably fucked up while you drank it, mate.
Yeah, I was.
You're capping, bro.
Yeah, and it was one of my friends, friend of a friend who works at Amazon, and he makes a fucking shit ton of money.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, he was just shouting drinks the whole night, and he was buying us shots, and he's like, "What's your most expensive tequila?" And they were like, "Oh, like $100 a shot." And he's like, "Okay, relax. How much is the Don Julio?" Then they're like, "Oh, $30 a shot."
Yeah.
And he got us all shots of Don Julio.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Your brain is also putting it in a position where it's like you're not basing this objectively. You're thinking like, yo, shit, I'm getting an expensive one. It's going to taste better.
Yeah.
And you're going to do the shot while you're belted after getting free drinks all that long. And you can be like, wow, I didn't throw up. That was a great one.
I'll tell you the funny thing.
What's
so
that?
the chick, the bartender was pouring shots, and then there was, I think, 3 of us.
Yeah.
So he poured us 3 shots, and then the third one only filled up halfway, and the Don Julio ran out. So she's like, "Oh shit, I'm sorry. Like it's already halfway poured." And he's just like, "Okay, what else do you have?" She's just like, in lieu of that one, I'll give you a shot of the more expensive one. So she got out this like super classy
Wait,
bottle.
did she
Like,
mix it?
huh?
Did she mix it or she's right at the Don Julio?
No, she didn't mix it, dude. Definitely
God.
fucked up if she
Had
mixed
to
it.
fucking throw out this place.
Yeah. No, they got a new shot glass and poured like, he literally reached out to the top shelf in establishment, like one of the most fucking, I guess, classy clubs in Australia. Goes to the top shelf.
That's such a reach, mate.
Yeah,
Come
anyway,
on.
she reaches up, grabs the fucking tequila, pours it, and like this guy drinks it like it's the most heavenly thing ever.
Yeah, I know, because he's belted as well.
Yeah, we're all pretty belted at
Bro,
this
how
stage.
funny was it when your housemate, he got a fucking, it was like, so in Australia there are certain laws where they can't give you like shots and they can't give you neats after a certain time.
Oh, yeah, true. You
And
can't
so-
get a neat.
And a
glass
lot of times,
whiskey.
if you sweet talk them, they'll give, they'll help you out. So it's like,
They'll put, like, drop
oh
of
yeah,
water.
can I have it in ice but without the ice? Do you know what I'm saying? Can I have it on
Yeah.
the rocks, but can you like put just 2 bits of rocks in, or like, can I have it with water or something like that? And they'll put a drip in. This woman was not having it, so she ends up giving him kind of standard issue club kind of cup and just fills it with 1 shot of, I think it was Jameson, and just fills it to the fucking top with water.
Dude, it was just the worst tasting drink
it
ever.
looked
He didn't even drink
disgusting.
it.
Yeah,
It was
I don't blame
gross.
him. It looks fucking nasty.
Yeah, and she was such a cunt about it as well.
She was
For
very
no reason
aggressive.
at all. He was
Yeah.
like the most polite guy ever, and she was like, "No, I can't not put water in there.
I
I'm going to
know.
put a minimum amount." And you're like,
And it's like, bro, just fucking, do us a solid and put it like halfway or something. People are still going to think you put water in it.
yeah.
It's silly. Anyway, with this Conor McGregor shit though, bringing it back, his life changed when he had the Floyd fight where he only pulled in 100 M's. What the fuck's gonna happen with?
Yeah, is he a billionaire now?
I think he's on his way, but he's not gonna get there through fighting in the UFC. You're just not gonna make that much money.
Yeah,
I think they pull in like 30 if it's like an amazing, because they'll get an upfront like fee and then they've got pay-per-view buys, like percentage of it. And I think, I don't know, do you know what I know? You see these big earners and you think that it costs, you need like 100 M's in order to like live this lifestyle.
Yeah.
And then you find out like, I think Logan Paul has 40.
But those things are wrong. Those net worth things are usually wrong. He was saying that in his podcast.
Yeah.
So even though his net worth thing said, I think 20 million when I looked at it last.
No, I'm sure it's more than 20. But like him living his lifestyle, he doesn't need.
It's about income. He's bringing in a lot of income.
Yeah.
So I don't think he's saving crazy amount, but he still managed to save 20 mil.
Bro, it's fucking crazy that he's. Well, it's probably not. It's probably just guesses. If we're being real.
Yeah. Estimates.
Like, because they're not going to knowing his fucking his bank account to see how much they saved and shit. But like the fact, he spent, I think it was 90K on a sofa.
Jesus, bro.
It was like some Mercedes.
Is this the one that he sold for like 15 grand and the guy like threw it off a plane?
Yeah. It was the Mercedes sofa. It looked kind of cool, but it was like $90,000.
Apparently it was mad uncomfortable as well.
Yeah, it didn't look comfy. It looked cool.
The pit that they made to change it up, that one looked way better. It
looked sick.
That looked like a fucking vibe, bro.
Bro, fire pit. I don't like the location in this house where it is. If you had like a semi-outside location or like kind of fucking glass roof or something like that so you can get the vibe of the outside weather. Yeah. I guess it's different in LA because it like never rains, but imagine like having an outdoor kind of like fire pit which has an enclosed area and having like fire in the middle, but then it also being rainy. So it kind of like brings in the vibe closer. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
dude, having fucking big properties is a vibe. Well, this is actually a good question. Do you prefer to have a nice like penthouse, 200 square meter apartment, which is fucking really good
enormous
size?
Fucking apartment.
Yeah, with a big terrace. Or do you prefer to have, and that could be in the city. Or would you prefer to have a property of the same value, but it's obviously like it's a big house, it's 500, 600 square meters, you have a big garden, and say you're in your mid-20s.
Here's the question though. Is the apartment 200 square meters with heaps of bedrooms, or is like most of the square meters is used up in the entertainment area?
You could have either.
Because this apartment's not tiny if you take in all the rooms, but the vibe doesn't feel like it's big. Do you know what I mean?
Which one?
Where we are right now.
Oh.
Like what is it? Like 60 maybe?
Square meters?
Yeah.
I think probably around 70, 80.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's double this, which is fine. But like I'm talking the vibe out there, to give context, I don't know if you want to cut this or whatever, but like it doesn't feel like a big thing.
Yeah, because the living room is small.
If you had one, maybe two bedrooms, and then the rest was just fucking entertainment
huge vibe, yeah.
That'd be mad.
Yeah, and a big terrace as well. But the thing is, you can't have a big dog. You can't have you need to have an apartment dog.
Yeah, you do.
Which sucks for me because I want to fucking...
The thing about those dogs, to bring it slightly back and then we'll go into this, I don't like it because like none of them don't shed.
I don't care about the shedding.
Bro, you say that. You've never had a dog. The shedding is horrible.
Really?
Bro.
You can't just have a Roomba?
Nah, because it goes everywhere. Like if you take it in the car, it'll be all over the car. Do you know what I mean? You get on if you wear black and it's a white dog, you're fucked. It's just everywhere, bro. And like that's the great thing about Shih Tzus, because most dogs that don't shed have like short hair or like poodles or whatever. That's why people get a lot of poodle mixes, because I think poodles don't shed, and so it carries over that gene or something.
Yeah. I'm just so used to the Shih Tzu, you throwing the ball and it just looks at you like, you're okay, bro. Why'd you throw it?
Bro, my mum's dog fucking chases, and it's a Shih Tzu.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just my dog. My dog was just fucking fat and lazy. It was a sweetheart, but it was fucking fat and lazy.
Yeah, because my one of my close family friends have huskies, and they shed everywhere. Like the couch is just like what? It's like coconut fucking sprinkles on top.
They're such great dogs. They're so like I would love to have one. They're so like nice looking. You know what I mean? They're really active, so you can go on runs with them and stuff like that. But like, first of all, they need to be walked like twice a day. So like a lot of upkeep, or you need a massive property.
I'm okay with that, the upkeep.
Yeah, but like you say that, I know what you're saying, but imagine if you have a busy week at work and suddenly your dog's fucking chewing up the house because it hasn't been walked. But also the shedding is just fucking crazy. Yeah, I couldn't deal with
I think what I've been told is that if you want to have like a Labrador, or a German Shepherd, or Malinois for my case, like they're very active dogs. Apparently, it's a lot better if you actually have two. Having one is the problem because they're ADHD as fuck.
Yeah.
So they just like get so bored and they rip shit up.
Bro, have you ever been around a dog that hasn't been walked?
No.
They're agitated. They're like a crackhead who hasn't had crack, man. They go through withdrawals for not being outside, bro.
Really?
Yeah, they're way more likely to like jump up on you and like, get like nippy and shit like that. Do you know what I mean? They're just very much like, I need to get out of here,
Yeah, bro. I'm the same though. I'm very much the same. Bro. I love going on
you can be
walks.
the second dog.
Dude, yeah. Yeah. But I'm definitely pro apartment. I'm pro apartment, like, really big open area, high ceilings if possible.
In your 20s, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
But I want to have certain things which you're not going to get in apartments.
I think I would like to have a ranch as well, like a farm.
Yeah, I like the idea of that. But the issue is if you have... So, like, I think it'd be sick to have, like, mad animals. Like, multiple dogs, fucking, like, horses or some shit like that. But... if you have a ranch, you've got to keep it in like some fucking stables or something, which you're paying. It's like paying a docking for a boat. You know what I mean? Like crazy money you're spending on that shit.
The docking on the boats are fucked.
Yeah, but
it's crazy.
There are like places where you can have like, you can get, I don't know how you do it, but you can have it like where the horse is with you. You have like a sectioned off area or something like that.
Yeah.
So you can actually like, it's an actual animal you own. It's not just a fucking novelty you have when you have kids and shit, you know?
I don't know if I want to have horses on my farm. I think I just want to have plants, like a herb garden.
So boring. Yo, Bas is fucking such an idiot. He was talking about saying, yo, we want this like I want this sick ass herb garden. And I'm thinking like, what's he fucking talking about?
Bro, I love herb gardens.
No,
I want to have like rosemary.
He's saying herb. He means a vegetable garden.
Mint.
He's like, yeah, I want things like rosemary, mint. Like, oh, that's fine. That's thyme. That's that thyme, lettuce, carrot. I'm like, bruv, what are you talking about? It's a fucking vegetable garden.
Yeah, no, but a bit of this, bit of that.
Yeah,
lemon tree.
Guess what? The fucking
apple
tree. The herbs are taking up, half a square meter. The tomatoes alone are taking up 50 meters, bro.
No, but I have like a vineyard. Like a herb garden.
Stuff, you know what I mean?
Dude, I just reckon it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, but it wouldn't because you would get dead.
Huh?
Because you're not going to... I know you're not going to work it.
But the way that I would do it is I would have an AI-operated machine learning garden. Like, you would have sprinklers running through it with an algorithm. Would it suck your dick as well?
Damn, that's efficient, bro.
No, I would have it so that there's sprinklers that run on a timer, lights that turn on for the right amount of time. Like,
what do you mean?
So, what do you mean, like UV?
Are you going weed or are you going plants, bro?
No, bro. Just
you have a big ranch and the plants are indoors.
Oh, not in the ranch. I mean in the apartment.
If so you are growing weed in your apartment.
It's like herbs. You just gave me
oregano.
No. Just thyme and rosemary and all that
nice
stuff.
one, bro.
All those good things.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, have you watched The Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, I have.
I'm 3 episodes in, and you know what I really it just doesn't annoy me, but it bothers me a little bit because I'm a big fan of persistency. What fucking annoys me is this whole tactical resigning. I'm going to have too much ego, too much respect for myself that I'd rather resign than take the 1% chance that I lose, that I win,
It's not about respect for yourself. It's about respect for the other person.
Bro, where's sportsmanship at?
What do you mean?
That's I think every other sport. So if we're playing basketball and you're beating me 10-0, how would you feel if I just quit?
No, well,
exactly.
No,
that's not sportsmanship.
What do you mean?
No, you play to the end. You don't be a sore loser.
Bas, you don't quit and go home.
Yeah,
but if you said, "All right, you won," that's a different thing. Like in the NBA,
finish the game.
No, in the NBA, if you're
let him have the fucking
in the NBA in the last minute. Nah, dude, that's not how it works. In the last, same thing with snooker. This happens in every sport. In the last minute or so, if you fucking run up and dunk and you're leading by 20 minutes, you'll get fucking not punched. Monday NBA is pussy, but you'll get pushed and people will think you're being a dickhead.
Why?
Because it's you're being disrespectful to the other people.
Well, because you're beating them too hard.
Yeah, pretty much.
As in you're
same thing with snooker. If you're winning, so if you get the way of snooker, I don't know if people know. Essentially, in snooker, there's coloured balls and then there's the red balls.
Yeah.
The way it works is you got to get a red ball in, then you can go for a colour.
Did you just call me coloured?
I did. I said it with disgust. No, so you have to go back and forth until all the red balls are in, and then you have to hit all the coloured ones in a particular order. Yeah. If you pocket red, black's the most valued one. See, progressiveness.
Yeah. Black
is the highest point. If you hit the white end, you get in trouble. True. Is that racist? Is that more? Okay, I'm confused now. Anyway. So the idea is if you just hit red, black, and get all the reds in and just hit it red, blacks, the other guy will retire. He'll say, all right, you won this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens in sports, bro. It's not a thing that's uncommon. It's the idea that you're showing respect
as
for the winner.
Someone who plays chess or played chess a lot.
Yeah.
Fucking champion of the chess club right here. I fucking hated that shit.
Virgin.
I hated this tactical resign, bro, because I'm playing and I've practiced so that I could have the satisfaction of beating you, and you fucking resigning because you're too fucking pussy to get beaten.
That's not why.
Bro.
It's not about being too pussy to get
but
beaten.
the thing is, so many times when you think you're at the edge of losing, they'll make a mistake and you can get the advantage again and you can win.
No, you're right. But the idea, it's not about saving their own pride. It's about showing respect to the victor.
Stop showing respect. When he wins, he wins.
Okay, but you're saying that. That's not how it works, though, is it?
Well, that's how they think it works.
What?
The chess virgins.
What do you mean?
Just play the game until either one of you wins. Don't fucking fuck around. Just don't faff about. Just play the game. Whoever wins, wins. Don't fucking resign. Don't have too much ego behind you.
It's not too much ego. It's respect, dickhead.
Respect for who?
The other guy. It's
Nah,
you beat me.
I think it's a little bit of pride as well.
Why?
That they don't want to fucking get beaten. So they'll
But they
just
did get
tactically
beaten.
resign.
They did get beaten.
Yeah, but it was off their measures. It was off their count. They chose to lose.
But Baz, it still goes against your record. No one gives a fuck about that.
No, I think they do care.
You're just thinking about yourself.
What do you mean?
You're saying, well, because I would care, and you're thinking, oh, this would be a sneaky way for me to get out. And then you're like, wait, if someone did it to me, I'd be furious. Bro, they're not doing that. It's a respect thing. It's the same thing with snooker. It's the idea that I'd be wasting my time trying to do this.
Nah, bro. Just fucking play the game to the end. It's a bit annoying. What do you guys think? Am I crazy here? Just fucking play the game to the end. Don't be a bitch.
The people spoke about your school last time. Maybe it's going to be a 2-week fucking
Dude, I don't
demolition,
mind.
bro.
I don't mind. I'm keen to hear their thoughts. Oh, I thought that was so funny how everyone thought my school was just like a dorky school.
Pussy, bro. Because it was. The story was crazy. You're like, he's the most violent guy because he talks back to the teacher.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, so right now the time is 7:45. You know what would annoy me? If you ask me, ask me what the time is.
What's the time?
1:45.
You get annoyed by that?
Well, because
I
1:45
like it.
8 is fine. But don't let me guess what fucking hour it is, bro. I'm not that astute. I might not know if it's 7:15 or 8:45 or 9:15. Just tell me the exact time. I would prefer you said 7:49.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I do understand. So I don't mind it, but maybe I don't mind it in times when the hour is obvious.
Like what?
So like you're at work in the last hours.
Okay, yeah.
If you're like,
yeah.
oh, what's the time? It's like 4:30. It's like, oh, it's 4:30.
Yeah,
because I know it's not 3 o'clock.
In that context, I'm with you there.
But at this time, when I'm not sure what time is, I would understand. Or if you're on like a night out,
Yeah.
it's like, sorry, 12:30, 1:30.
On a night out.
How in
yeah.
trouble am I with my girlfriend? What do you mean? Like, what's going on here?
The worst thing is when that happens when you're looking for the exact time. Like if someone says it's 1:45, right now it's 7:50.
Bro, do you know what it is?
Bro, I've got a 12-minute rice cooker timing.
Bro,
give me the exact time.
This is the gym rat equivalent. He's like, you walk up to someone on bench, you're like, hey, like, you know, like a lot of people when they're young, they get like scared about asking how many sets you got left. I'm at the point where I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. You could be the biggest guy. I got shit to do.
Yeah.
So you walk up and you say like, you ask me, how many sets do you have?
How many sets do you have left?
I just started.
So how many sets
It's
do you
like,
have
bro,
left?
that doesn't answer my
Yeah,
question.
no, my go-to
cunt.
question would be like, yeah, so how many sets are left?
Yeah.
And then I sometimes even ask like, they'll be like, oh yeah, maybe 3 or 4. And then I'll usually ask, oh, so are you going to be taking like long sets? Like how long is it going to be?
Oh, real?
Yeah. Yeah, like, because some people pump out sets and some people like myself like to have 6-7 minutes per set. I like to have long fucking rests. So I'll let them know like, look, it's going to be 25 minutes.
So yeah, look, I've only got 3 sets, but I do tend to get lost on Instagram in between sets. And
Yeah.
look, sometimes I forget that I'm benching. You know? Sometimes I'm completely cold by the time I do my second set.
Because I would rather be transparent with them so that they know not to fucking look at me and give me the stink eye. Because I'm setting base here and I'm camping here for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, dude, how funny is it when people try... Do you ever have those times in your brain where you're like, all right, I got to quickly take a piss, but I've got to do it quick because like I don't want someone to nick my spot. And then you're like waiting there, and in like I've had times where in my head I'll see another guy walk up, and I'll be like, I'm about to say, yo, I got next. Like, don't try and jump in. And in my head, I think he's gonna fucking start a fight about this. Like, he's gonna be like, what do you mean you got next? No, I got next. And I'm full like, nah, bitch, I'm fucking getting it. And you know, I work myself up to like being, you know, I'm ready to fucking fight this guy. And he's like, oh, sorry, no worries. And I'm like, bro, where's the climax? I thought we were gonna have to throw hands, man. What's going on here?
Oh, this is so funny. So I used to do 3 days a week, full body workouts. So you remember
crazy.
this? I remember once.
You were a mad cow.
Because the program was called Mad Cow 5x5. And the workout I would do was squats, then bench press, and then bent over barbell row. So you would do it all at the power rack in Anytime Fitness. So I remember I was on my second set of warm-up. My second warm-up set of squats, and all the squat racks are being used. And this person comes up to me, he's like, oh, hey, how many sets do you have left? And I was like, oh yeah, 12. And he looked at me like I was taking the piss. I'm like, not only do I have to finish my 5 sets of squats, I'm going to finish my 5 sets of bench and then my 5 sets of fucking barbell pulls. Come back to me in 45 minutes, dickhead.
Yeah, it's like he's looking at you like, what a savage. Fucking 12 sets of squats. What does this guy hate his life or something?
Yeah, man. Oh,
that's
bro.
fucking wild, bro.
You know what is fucking wild?
What's that?
10 by 10 deadlifts.
Oh, those people are insane.
That is fucking crazy if you do 10 by 10 regularly.
Yeah, look, it's
10
disgusting.
sets of 10 reps of heavy deadlifts. Like, I mean, moderately heavy. Because 10 reps isn't light. Like, you can probably do 120 or 140. 10 reps.
140 is, well, no, I couldn't do 140 10. I'm not a deadlifter. I can do 120 10, but 120 is light. 120 is warm-up weight.
It's not light.
It's light, bro.
It's not like fix your posture up light. Like, you know, if you're trying to fix up your posture, you do 60.
Okay, that's not, yeah, fix your posture up isn't a working set.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
No, because your body's still getting engaged.
Yes,
But you're just working your posture.
What do you mean? Dude, if you bench with the bar, it's technically your body's getting engaged. It's not a working set.
It goes too low. See, with the 20s for the... So it starts with the right height.
What do you mean?
Because when you put the big plates in, you know, it gets you the right starting position.
No, I'm saying with bench press.
Oh, okay.
You would never count benching the bar as a working set. If someone walked up to you and said, "Oh yeah, how many sets you have left?" and you said, "Oh, how much you benching?" and they're like, "Oh, just a bar." You tell them to go away. Scurry along, little child. You know what I mean? Like, you're not big enough for this one yet. Yo, remember when we used to do the fixed barbells?
Yeah,
bro. That
at least we had the respect to not use the bench press with fucking only 2.5 on each side.
Oh, bro, that shit annoys me so much. It's funny how like, as I've gotten older and like when I've gotten like less time, you know, we were like working the day and you're like, I just want to get home.
Yeah.
You know, this is peak time, but if I go home first, I'm not going to go to the gym, you know?
Yep.
So I go straight after work and I see some dude who's got like a 10 and a 5 on each side on the bench. And I'm like, man, why are you wasting my time with this 50 shit, bruv? Like, I'm actually waiting here for 3.5 sets for you to do this shit. And in my head, I'm like, I used to be this guy. And I've changed because I have no fucking patience with that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know, man.
bro, it's bad. I just can't be bothered.
I'm lucky that my gym has 4 squat racks, 4 power racks.
Yeah, I've got lucky that my new gym has mad stuff. But the thing is, there's like a self-spotting kind of bench press.
Yeah, I know.
Which essentially is the one that I love it, bro.
I hate it.
I love it.
I hate these new fucking gym equipment. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, bro.
No, some of them
Look
are really
at Arnold, bro. He was working out in fucking Russia, in Soviet Russia.
Not
look
Russia.
You don't need to have the best equipment, bro. You can have
Russia.
fucking,
Austria.
Was it Austria or Russia?
No, it was Austria.
Oh, okay. Well, he was working
Hungary. That was the one that fucking deteriorated.
There you go, bro. Like, you don't need to have the best of the best of the best equipment. You can be working out at home.
He also was 6'2" and took a lot of steroids.
Yeah, true. But his physique was amazing pre-steroids, right? When he's like 16, 17-year-old physique looks crazy.
I'm pretty sure he'd still be taking steroids.
Yeah, same.
I don't think it was that hard to get him. You know
but still, I'm just trying to say that you don't need to have world-class equipment. You can be working out at home and have a great
saves your
physique.
rotator cuffs and you can lift heavier.
It does. I think that's one of the main benefits of steroids.
No, I'm not saying steroids. I'm saying the fucking the spotting thing. Essentially, for people who don't know, when you rack a bench press, there's these ones that people have in a lot of powerlifting gyms where you can essentially pull it forward, and so it's essentially directly in front of your chest, and then you can just lift directly up rather than going through the awkward motion of lifting onto your chest.
It's not that awkward.
It is awkward.
It's not that awkward. Every other human who doesn't have this fucking fancy schmancy. Well, do you have Do you have someone cut your steak up for you as well?
No. Do you get a spotter?
Huh?
Do you get a spotter?
Yeah.
There you go.
Always.
So it's the same thing, except I can do it by myself.
I don't ever do lift off.
What do you mean?
I haven't done lift off since uni.
Really?
Never.
Why the fuck do you have a spotter then?
Because I literally give them firm instruction. I say, do not give me a lift off. Only give me a spot when I fail the set. And when I fail, which I will because I'm going to failure, when I fail, yank it up. Don't fucking give me this gentle, like, getting me to push it by myself. Just finish it off.
Really?
Yeah. So I'd be like, look, I'm going for an exact number of reps, which is 10 or maybe 12 or maybe 16. When I hit it, great. I'll go for more. But if I don't hit it, fucking wait for me to fail. And then when I fail, just give me a solid pull up. Because what happens is when they give me a lift off, they yank it up one and they'll just throw it across to you with way too much momentum that you end up using way too much of your balancing muscles, just trying to get it to the right area that you've lost a rep there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do. That's what
I
hate.
would much
spotters.
rather do the lift
I
off.
went through a period of time where I was just using spotters every time for lift offs because like my rotator cuffs were dead or something like that, and it was literally the difference between me being able to do 105 for 5 and 80 for 5.
Because you have a
it would
spotter.
the lift off was the bad part for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. And so it was just fucking me up heaps. And when I would have spotters, some would be so inconsistent at gyms. Like,
So
there'd
now
be guys
this
who
machine is
literally,
really good for you.
rape refs off you because you're slowly struggling. But I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get this, and they'll just
Yep.
grab it and yank it up.
Yep.
It's like,
That's
bruv,
the main
you just
thing.
stole that from me. Give
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
You're never
you
going to get
cunt?
it back. It's gone.
It's the worst.
And now your rhythm is fucked. Your momentum is fucked. Everything is. Your
Bro,
mindset is fucked.
I feel like the gym is made to fucking make you not be able to trust people properly, because you'll see the skinny Asian guy that can deadlift 600 kilos.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, that doesn't match what I thought.
Yeah.
And then you'll see a big jack dude who gives a horrible spot.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruv, what the fuck is this? I would expect this from a fucking 6-month in gym beginner. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I think at the end of the day it comes down to the instructions. If you give them really, really solid instructions, you'll get a good spot.
oh, bro, I've given it good, solid instructions, and man's just completely ignored it. It's fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
And then the other thing is sometimes you go for it, because I'm doing my own spot, I lift it off and then they put their fingers underneath immediately.
Oh,
I will tell them, I got this.
No,
I got this. And they'll be like, what? I got this. And then they remove it and then I start doing it.
Bro, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Don't touch it, cunt.
As soon as, that's why I always wait a second, get in the mindset, I got this. And then they move
Yeah.
their hands.
It's fucking that shit pisses me off.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Especially if you have a decent amount of weight there. If you have 120 kilos, which is like 300 pounds, they're going to fucking be like, okay, maybe he doesn't got this. So that's why they're going to have their hands there.
Bro. Just let me try,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Let me
Rip
give
it
me a
off my
chance.
chest. Don't fucking, rip it off my fingertips. I'm sick
Yeah,
of that shit.
totally agree.
Anyway, to move it off gym, there was a song, I think we both know it. It's called Montero by Lil Nas X.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for people who aren't aware, go watch the music video. It's quite
Yeah.
it's interesting, Baz, isn't it?
It's pretty fruity.
Yeah, it's a little bit I don't know. Maybe he likes lady boys as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, in the song at one point, he's giving a lap dance to the devil.
Yep.
Right.
Right
Now,
at the end.
He sold shoes to go along with this, and they were essentially black and red Nike TN trainers, and he was saying like, oh yeah, they've got like the drop of blood in them or some shit. It's like meant to be some devil stuff, right?
Yeah.
Now they weren't real. Oh, they were real Nikes, I guess, but they weren't like from Nike. They were from one of these custom places, and they essentially got sued like a motherfucker.
Yeah,
by
of
Nike,
course, because they're
and took them
customs.
out. No, but customs get released all the time.
Bro, they're hella illegal customs.
Okay, but they get released all the time. That's my point.
As in, but not from an actual brand. Like, they'll be from some Instagram guy.
No. That's what I'm saying. There are like massive stores with these custom things.
Jeez.
Like it's not crazy to get away with. Is my point.
Okay.
Anyway, he gets sued crazily, right? Now, my question to you is: do you think he got sued because of the devil loving? Do you think he got sued because it was really gay? Do you think there's kind of like a hybrid in between where
I
it was like,
don't think it was
if it was one,
Yeah.
oh look, we can deal with the devil, we can deal with homosexuality, but like homosexual devil loving, I don't know, this is a bit too far.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
I get what
one
you're
step
saying.
over the
I
line.
don't. Yeah, I agree that I don't think it's homophobia, and I don't think it. I think the devil. I mean, maybe, but I think what it was is just. Did you hear about the guy who put a Ferrari in his music video and he got sued by Ferrari because the music video was not to their like most of the times you'll have Lambos and Ferraris in music videos, but it's because it matches the image that Lambo wants or that Ferrari wants that
Right.
they're okay with it
Sure.
because it's like free advertising for them.
Yeah,
but for
yeah.
this particular case, it was not the fucking image that they wanted associated with Ferrari, so they
Right.
sued them because usually you need to get permission first.
Yeah.
I think it's the same thing. They're like, we don't want this image
Yeah,
associated
but
with
that's
our
my
brand.
point. Like,
yeah.
is it the devil or is it homosexuality or is it homosexual devils? Like, what is it? Are they like, yeah, well, when the devil's straight, it's all right, but like, this is a bit too far. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
When the devil's straight, it's all right.
It's just like, I don't know, bro. Why are you guys fucking holding?
Would the
Nas
devil
X
be
down?
straight though? I don't think he would be because the whole idea is supposed to be like everything bad, right?
Yeah, but premarital sex is bad, apparently.
Yeah, but premarital gay sex is worse.
Yeah, but it's everything bad. Maybe he's bi. Maybe he's both straight and.
Probably, yeah, he's probably bi. You would think.
I don't know.
The
I
devil
feel
is
like the
bi,
devil's
right?
just going to be like the opposite to one of these fucking crazy church people. He's actually just going to be like a regular guy.
Yeah, that is a good question. What is the sexual orientation of the devil? What is it?
I was saying such a different thing to what you just said then.
No,
I was
that is
saying
an
like
excellent,
it's like
excellent fucking
you
question.
hear heaven and then you think like, oh, it's heaven's meant to be everything good, but it's like, no, there's not going to be a lot of hookers and cocaine in heaven. It's going to be like Ned Flanders fucking
It'd be
get
like
together.
book club.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, book
so it's
club,
like
man.
if that's what the fucking good side is, does that mean the devil's is like your fucking rager with like banging hard stuff?
Yeah.
And then you're just, what's the sexual orientation?
What is the sexual orientation? What's his pronouns?
Bro, that's a good question.
I think the way I phrased it was terribly. What's his pronouns?
but they call, don't they call like non-binary its? So if you said what's its pronouns, it would be referring to
their pronouns.
What's the devil's pronouns?
Yeah, who knows, man.
Yo, so obviously we didn't do a Q&A this week, but
yeah,
we did get asked an interesting question.
Okay.
And it was what was your first actual kiss like? And it hit me. I'm like, damn. Like, it's been, you know what I mean? It's been so long that it's such a crazy thought to go back and think of. You know what I mean? Like,
I think you're surprised by how other people's lips feel.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you're very surprised at how tongues feel. Foreign tongues feel.
Yes, the tongue is a massive one.
For sure. I think it's a very funny feeling.
It's like the first time getting head.
Yeah,
you know,
you
like,
feel it.
Oh.
Yeah, you feel it and you're like, ah. And I think it's because you're trained and you're taught that it feels good. You're like, this feels good. And then,
Yeah.
I want to do some more.
Yeah,
man. That's a good question, man.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, because, you know, there are the times where you're like younger where, you know, you're like kissing or something like that, but, you know, it's not fucking crazy. It's like pecking or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's exciting. But then when you start hooking up, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
You know
I still like kissing a lot, bro.
No, me too.
It's a great ting, bro. Yeah, dude. It's a great ting, especially like for the first time with a new chick. Always such a good feeling because it's
I feel like club kisses are the worst.
Maybe at a club it's a different thing, but if you're on a date, you're in a
yeah.
pub or if you're at the park or something like that.
Tip to guys, don't go crazy and use heaps of tongue straight away because girls will get pushed.
Agree.
Like, they'll get revolted. Revolted is a strong word, but they'll be like, he's
just
about
work
to kiss
your way.
her.
Work your way there.
If you do it slow and don't just focus on the kissing, you know what I mean? Like touch her like ears and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Move your hands around as you do it. Yeah, she'll enjoy herself.
And remember that every chick is different. So although one chick might go straight in for the tongue, most other girls probably aren't like that. So, you know, you got to...
Yeah, I would, until a chick tells you she wants you to fucking go in with the tongue immediately, work your way to the tongue because it's a safer bet.
Totally agree, man. Totally fucking agree.
Anyway, did you hear the news about Logan and Floyd fucking happening?
I did. Is it June?
Yeah, I think June 6th
7th?
I saw.
Oh, June 6th.
That's crazy.
Do you think... What are the odds of Logan winning?
If it's a real fight... So the reason why I clarify real is Floyd had another exhibition match. Key thing about exhibition is it doesn't go on your record at all.
Okay.
So it's like an amateur match.
Yeah.
So Floyd had one against a Japanese, I think it was Japanese, kickboxer.
Yeah.
And it was like last second thing on New Year's Eve. He got flown out, you know, it was just like for 3 rounds. And you look at Floyd in that fight, he's not boxing. He's not actually fighting. It's a staged fucking event.
Oh, really?
Right? It, like 100% it is. You see when he knocks the kid down, the kid's like wailing around, like flinging his arms around. It's the most fucking acting job I've ever seen in my life. It's crazy.
Did he get a lot of shit for that?
No, I mean, people talked about it and then some people said it was real. A lot of people were like, it's bullshit. Joe Rogan was like, no, that's a real fight. Like, no, you see, he just took a lot of damage. It's like, Floyd hasn't knocked anyone out in fucking 20 years, mate. What are you talking about? Like, man's got broken ass fucking brittle hands from, you know, fighting. He's a really good defensive fighter, but he's not a KO artist. So, and the other thing is, Logan did a video with this MMA guy called Paulo Costa, where he fake got knocked out as well. And then Logan just recently went and did some shit with the WWE, where it's fake fighting.
Yeah.
So it's like, if someone was
assuming it's a real fight,
I would say he's got what you call a puncher's chance. Now, it's only because Floyd is fucking tiny. He's 5'8". No,
that's not tiny.
Okay, but for fighting it is. No, it's average.
Okay.
He's 5'8" and he weighs 155 pounds, which I think he's like 70 kilos maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's not a big man. You know, Logan Paul's 6'2", 6'3", and he's going to come into the fight absolutely shredded at 190, which I think is like 90-something kilos.
Yeah. How tall is Jake Paul?
Jake says he's 6'1". He's not fucking 6'1". I've seen him standing next to like KSI and there's similar heights, and KSI's 5'11". So Jake's probably 6 foot, maybe almost 6'1", you know?
6 foot, maybe 6'1". Okay.
Yeah, but like Logan is so
How much
big,
does height help in boxing?
It helps a lot. Because it's much harder. You got to think, when you got long arms, it's much harder to reach in. It also means that it's going to be much harder for Floyd to fucking hit Logan's head. You know what I mean? That's 6-inch height difference.
Yeah.
Like, it's a big...
It says here 5'10", Jake Paul. Celebheights.com.
He doesn't claim 5'10". He claims 6'1" in his fights. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's weird because Google says 6'1".
like with the net worths and stuff.
And apparently he has a 6'3" reach.
Yeah, like, look, maybe he does. I don't know about his reach. I haven't noticed that. Like, but the thing about Floyd is he's always been a good, like, defensive fighter, which is why it's going to be hard for Logan to do any damage. Because the idea is he's good at dodging. He popularized a thing called the Philly shell, which is like a defensive stance, so he can not get hit a lot. But he's going to be great. He's not going to be in any real danger. Logan also doesn't hit that hard. Like, he fought fucking KSI and couldn't even knock him out. Like, and now he's trying to fight like one of the best boxers of all time. But the issue is, I don't believe it's going to be real because Floyd is not stupid. So Floyd is the kind of guy who, him and Manny Pacquiao were meant to fight for years, like years and years, and they ended up fighting when both of them were a bit older, when Manny was not as dangerous. Manny had lost his step by the time they ended up fighting. A lot of people say Floyd dragged that out. Maybe he didn't, you know. Either way.
Was Pacquiao a boxer?
Yeah. No, he's a world-class boxer.
Yeah.
Probably top 20 of all time, maybe top 10, depending on what you think.
So was that bigger than the McGregor and Floyd?
No.
Yeah, because they were both boxers.
What do you mean?
Because Pacquiao and Floyd were both boxers.
Oh, no, that was probably still one of the top 10 pay-per-view buys of all time.
The Conor McGregor one?
No, that's the biggest, I'm pretty sure. Really?
McGregor? Even though McGregor isn't even a boxer?
Yeah, because McGregor was a bigger star than Mayweather.
Jeez.
Mayweather is not good on the mic. That's the thing. People he's really good and so he's really good at boxing. He's not that fun to watch because he'll just dodge a lot of punch.
He's very well spoken.
No, he's not.
You don't think so?
No, he's not.
I think he's better than Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Okay.
Like compared to other boxers who get fucked up.
You're saying a fucking tiger isn't very destructive when you compare it next to a fucking elephant. It's like, yeah, all right. Compared to Mike Tyson, you're right. You know, Mike Tyson's been through a few things in his life. Yeah. No, he's not an intelligent man. And when you really saw it when you saw Conor McGregor versus Floyd, they did these 4 big, massive press conferences, right? Where like they were meant to go back and forth, and he just got fucked. He was so bad at talking. Like, it's the idea that people think shit talk is like, you're a bitch, and that's like it. They don't think about like the cleverness. Like there was this one press conference when fucking this guy says, who's the hardest 145 pound or whatever, like the weight class Conor was in, and this one guy gets up and he says like, it's me. All these other guys, he TKOs people.
That's the American guy.
Yeah. When I knock people out, they don't fucking move. And he's like, who the fuck is that guy? Which is the best line because Conor's center stage. This guy's up in the corner and everyone just laughs and guy has nothing to come back with. And then with this one, Conor's fucking just talking such shit to this guy. He's like, all the crowd, they're in the US. And he's like, on 3, yell, fuck the Mayweathers. He goes 1, 2, 3. The whole crowd erupts. Fuck the Mayweathers
in the UK.
In the US.
What,
bro? In fucking, it's not Mayweather's town.
But that's a risky maneuver, though.
Bro. The whole fucking thing. He wears a pinstripe suit, and the pinstripe says "fuck you" down his entire suit. You know what I mean? Floyd brings out a bag full of ones, right? And the idea is because you play strippers in ones, right? And so that was the idea. The joke doesn't even get to hit because Conor's just literally going, fucking once? There's only $5,000 here. You're meant to be Money Mayweather and you only scrape $5,000 in, you know what I mean? Like, it's just demolishing him, bro. And like, man. Floyd's just not a good talker, and Logan sucks as well. If you look at Logan versus KSI, he's not an entertaining trash talker. Yeah. So it's just that Floyd's not going to take the risk that a dude who...
So you think... So what do you think his chances? 5%?
No, it'd be less than that.
Less than 5%? Because the odds aren't that good then. Because the odds were 5 times... You get 5 times your money on Logan.
Yeah, no, I'd be shocked. I mean, people are going to get... because.
So you think even 20 times is a raw deal?
Yeah, because you're going against the greatest of all time. Well, not the greatest, not my greatest. But, it's like, he's one of the greatest of all time boxers.
Yeah, true.
So it's just,
For sure, especially at his weight class.
Yeah, you just got to think, like, is Floyd going to take this deal if there's a chance? Because his whole brand resides on 50-0. And even though this won't go on his record, if he gets knocked out by Logan Paul, everyone will count this as a loss.
By Logan Paul, especially.
Exactly. So his brand is not 50-0 anymore. Yeah. People will not consider him that, you know what I mean? So I just don't believe he's going to go through that. Like, he's not going to take the risk. He's going to organize it. Logan's going to take a dive. I bet you he's going to sell it really well. Yeah. He's going to use his WWE training, and I would bet money on Floyd by knockout if I'm fucking advising people, which I'm not because that's illegal, I think.
True.
But Anyway, we're getting towards the end of it. First of all, I wanted to say shout out to Ireland and Lithuania because we found out that it was the craziest stats. On the Apple improv comedy charts, we were third at one point in Ireland and first in Lithuania.
It's
fucking crazy. I had no idea.
Improv comedy podcast,
which is crazy.
All of Lithuania.
So yeah, shout out to you guys. That's fucking phenomenal. I knew we had a bunch of Irish fans because we've interacted with a few of them. So big up the Irish.
Go on our YouTube and let us know if you're from Lithuania. Are you watching this on Apple Podcast, or just tell us a bit about yourself, because I don't know very many Lithuanians. I've got a few friends who are, and fucking
RuneScape.
Yeah, from online games mostly.
Well, game's a strong word. Anyway, so shout out you guys and shout out everyone else. Make sure to, like and subscribe on the YouTube. It helps a lot when we kind of, can help push up the podcast and stuff.
Sweet. And our secret word or secret phrase for this podcast is I can walk.
Shout out to Thick Thigh Story.
Yeah. So the secret word is I can walk. Post it in the comment section of this podcast, so we know that you made it all the way through.
Yeah, and just make sure if you can give us a 5-star rating on Apple.
That'd be hectic.
Maybe leave us a fucking comment or something like that. I don't know. That'd be phenomenal. It helps us. It helps new people see it, and obviously as this starts picking up traction, we can start pumping up the production value. Baz was talking about potentially wanting to do some camera shit like reviewing Aussie beers or that kind of thing, like some mukbang style. So if that sounds good to you guys, let us know in the comments down below.
I'm keen, boys.
But yeah, so just fucking cheers for sitting through us with another hour and a half.
Cheers, boys. All right, talk to you guys next week for episode 10.
Yeah, thanks so much. See you later.
Bye bye.